Hi. Hi, David.
Hi. Let's get the chat up. Right, well, we'll just wonder and see if stuff is going to come through on on the Facebook page.
Yeah, should do. On Facebook. It's on Facebook. I'm being shouted at from behind me by Wayne. We're live.
Well, we've got 3 people on board.
We're on. Hi, everybody.
We're not sure if we can see your names this week. So we're going to try, whoever's messaging, we're going to try and watch it on another feed as well at the same time.
Bella, good evening from Pretty Paws.
Oh, hi.
Yes, we've got a Facebook user again. Okay. Hello. We've been trying to sort. We had a problem with the names popping up last week. So David's asked for it to be looked into. So hopefully we'll get a few more. I don't know why. No, another Facebook.
Yeah, see, Facebook user again.
Yeah.
It's upsetting. It's upsetting. So it'd be nice if you are watching this, say hello. It's whatever it is. Okay. So Leslie, we're just gonna introduce Leslie now. Leslie's just come and made herself available.
Hi there.
Hi, Leslie.
I can't believe I actually did it. I'm such a technophobe.
Hey, okay. Easy peasy, isn't it?
Well, we just Pam Rowley. Hiya, Pam.
Hi, Pam. Good to have you here. Good to have you here, Leslie, as well.
Thank you.
It's been a long time since we've chatted, actually.
I know. Years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got you, Bella.
Is Verity on yet?
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
Okay.
We're waiting on her, but we've got you, and that's what matters as well.
Mm-hmm.
You got a cheeky gin in there, or is it tea or coffee?
It's coffee,
right.
sadly.
Okay, so if I open up this, I can see the people that are chatting and saying, "Hi, Callum. Callum's here."
Oh, cool. Hi, Callum. Long time since we chatted, actually.
We'll turn the volume off.
Super
right,
duper.
Cool. And Wayne's here. Oh, wait a minute, and here we go. Way!
Hi.
Hi.
All right.
Right, is that all right?
Yes.
We're all good in the hood, aren't we? So we can see. If I look here, I can see who's commenting, but it takes a bit of time for it to come through. But I can still see.
Okay, so we've got the ladies we need.
Yeah. So we would like some questions from you guys that are coming for the first time to compete in the beginners class. So as a competition, we've changed it up a little bit. So we've got beginners. We've got intermediate beginners and experienced beginners. So that we can understand that, beginners is anybody that's been grooming for 2 years or less. Mm-hmm. Intermediate beginners is between 2 and 5 years. And then experienced beginners is for 5 years and up and onwards, really. So I think when we started, Lorraine, one of the things we talked about was getting more people in.
Yes.
We wanted to focus on getting more people in grooming and make it easier for people to understand what classes to enter and that type of thing. And that's why we get nice judges to do their judging, because they're nice with the feedback.
Nice, friendly judges.
We will get amazing feedback from these two ladies. You will, most definitely.
Yeah. I love helping beginners. It's my favorite thing to do.
Good.
Yeah.
When did you? I don't know much about you, Leslie. You compete? Did you compete back in the day?
I haven't ever really got involved in competing, to be honest.
Right.
It's not really a route I've ever gone down. I've always been more sort of, I just like to do a good job of the dogs and, make them comfortable. That's always been the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
And grooming like in a nice kind of way, so the dogs really, really enjoy it. And yeah, that's always been more important to me, really, than
well, I think if anybody follows your social media stuff, you can see that. You can see that straight off the bat. What about you, Verity? When did you start competing?
So I did my first competition in 2000, and it was either 2009 or 2010.
Well, I thought you were going to say 2000 then.
I know. Don't be aging me. Don't be aging me. So yeah, I started in about 2009 or 10 competing, and it's just, I mean, some of my first pictures, I just look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards, and then I'm there proud as punch with my dog.
Yeah, cool. And so if you were going to give any beginners advice, Verity,
Yeah.
so do you know what? I remember when you're laying awake on a night, stressing, have I got this, have I got that? What are you going to say to anybody that would ask you, Verity?
I think the biggest thing that I'm told is the nerves. That's what puts people off wanting to compete, is that they
Right.
think, you know, about their nerves, and that's what's stopping them predominantly. I would say that, yeah, it is that moment before you start, when you stood there, can be a bit, you know, you can be a bit anxious. But honestly, once you start grooming, you zone out, you forget about everything and everyone around you, and you just do your craft. You just do what you do every day. And it's so nice. Because, you know, when we're pet grooming in the salon, it's very much like, oh, my phone's ringing, you know, you're constantly clock watching, aren't you? It's so lovely to actually spend that time on, you know, focused on your craft and nothing else. I love that. I mean, my dogs, that used to be the time when they got the best haircuts, you know, because I'd be like, I've got a competition, I can spend 2 hours and just really, you know, try and do an amazing job.
We've got one saying, I'm more anxious knowing Verity is there. Love watching your videos.
Oh, that's so nice.
Can we hear you, Leslie? Sorry, I felt like I lost you then.
Sorry?
Yeah,
we
sorry,
can.
I saw your lips move, but I didn't hear no words. Sorry.
You can hear me, can you?
It's because you're on the back of Beyond, isn't it?
Well,
so another thing is, I just say, everybody try get as organized as possible. Like when you're working, just have a think about what you need to pack, make a list, so you're really organized on the day, because there's nothing worse than when you get there and you've forgotten your favorite comb or something like that happens. You know, that could really uptickle you before the competition. So just make sure you're organized, and honestly, I guarantee you that once you get there and get grooming, you'll forget about your nerves, and then you know,
you just sort of zone in, don't you? You zone in on your dog, and it's just, it really is. It turns out being a really good experience, doesn't it? We have all these nerves, and it does turn out to be a good experience.
You might actually, it's really nice to have a bit of camaraderie around you. You know, you get talking to other groomers as well, and I mean, this is how I know Lorraine so well, and Leslie and yourself from shows as well, David. Just from talking to people, you just make so many friends, don't you? Lorraine and I actually competed a couple of times next door to each other, didn't we?
Yes.
And I remember you doing a standard poodle in was it a Welsh trim?
Well, sort of terrier style.
I can't remember. It was something like that.
Made up workshop class terrier style,
that's right. And I can't remember what I was doing, but I was trimming next to you, and I kept looking at you thinking, oh my God.
A poodle,
yeah, you were. I was probably doing a poodle, let's face it. And I kept looking at your dog and just thinking, wow, you just, I
was doing exactly the same thing. I was doing exactly the same thing, going, oh my God. But you do feel like that. It doesn't matter how many years sometimes you've been grooming, you still look around, and you can even sometimes look at some of the beginners and go, oh my God, that's a bit good. You know, and it's like, I'm just going to go back onto Leslie, because I judged with Leslie once, didn't I, at the Kennel Club, and I learned quite a bit from you.
Was it Master Groom? I think it might have been.
It was at Master Groom, and it was the gosh, I'm sorry, the name of the show. It was a section of the show that went in with it, and it was for the total beginners. And Francine organised it. I'm sorry, Francine, she's going to hate me for this, but the name of it's just gone menopause.
Oh, that was the one up near Blackpool. Was it the one up near Blackpool?
No, it was at the Kennel Club buildings. I judged alongside, and I remember this vividly because the girl that worked with us at the time was entered into it for a first ever grooming competition, and I said, I don't want to judge her, so you judge her on your own and you get your own opinion of that. But I learned quite a bit from you, and which was really, really nice. And seeing all the beginners, I love the beginners as well, me. Love the beginners, and
it's my favorite part when people are starting out, and they're all excited about their career, and it's just lovely. I've always got my daughter, because she's screamed since she was 6, and she did nearly all the competitions, and I just used to absolutely love it, going around to the I've forgotten the word. When she would qualify, the qualifiers. That's what and it was just so lovely to be there and support her. See all the young people like so keen. And kind of come on now, and so, some of them have just done amazing. So, and it's just so nice to be able to support people.
That's it. And you've got 2 beautiful, friendly faces, and you can speak to them about anything, and they will give you great feedback, won't you, ladies? Reiterating on that feedback, we're going to have a feedback table, David. If anybody didn't see this last week, there is going to be a separate feedback table for the judges to intermittently go on out the David.
Yeah. So it might not be, you might not find your judge there that you were judged. This is for people out and about. You might not find your judge, but there'll be one of our judges there, or a couple of them, and they'll just take you over the finer points type of thing. I think if you want specific feedback, I think you could contact your judges. I know that people in open classes definitely in champ classes will want feedback individually, but that's for them to contact them judges, I think. We've tried lots of different ways to do feedback. We had a form at the last one, and it just didn't work. It was just too time consuming. So it was good. But something that we are quite pleased about is this Golden 5 that I think Lorraine came up with this, or somebody came up with it. It was Bev that came up with it. My wife came up with it. So we were the Golden 5 is where you've got 5 minutes after the comfort break, an hour afterwards on the beginners. You've got 5 minutes after the comfort break to have a mentor come in the ring and give you some tips and things like that. It can't be a judge or somebody that's judged, but it can be your mentor. Now, I got message, can I be mentored can me and my friend be mentored by the same person? You can, but you're only going to get 2.5 minutes each, because the mentors are going to be out after 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're not allowed to touch a comb or scissors or anything like that. It's just a quick 5-minute conversation with something on the lines of, watch your back legs are too heavy, make sure the head's looking a bit lopsided, whatever it is. You've got the 5 minutes, or it could be just as simple as calm down, relax,
Yes.
And sometimes that's all you need, but that's what we're offering.
I think that's great, because sometimes when you stood over the dog, working on the dog, you see stuff, and it takes somebody who stood away from it. It's a bit like have you ever taken a picture of a dog and you think, this looks great, take a picture, and then back to your pictures thinking,
what's that?
The dog that I put on the table. It's a bit like that sometimes. Other people
do that every night.
when they're stood away from it, that you can't see necessarily when you're working so close to the dog.
That with our students, we always get them to stand back, because we can see things when we're standing like 6 feet away that they don't see. So I hold the dog and I say, right, you go and stand back there, and you go and have a look at it, and then they see that all the then that they don't see when right.
That's it.
Yeah, it's one thing that I remember Colin mentioning at one point at a seminar or something. Just stand back and look, because we're always hanging over, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we have a question from Jenny Hames. Are we okay to bring a table of our choice? Yes, you can, but bear in mind
there's no
electric. There's no electric, so it will be pretty poor if you brought an electric table and not be able to get it up. So, Right, and what was the next thing? So after an hour, there's a 5-minute comfort break. The 3 categories. What else was I going to say? Oh, right, Tanya Salas, who puts on the what's her competition called? Tanya's competition. Grooming's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Talent.
She did a graphic of a checklist, and I'm going to ask Tanya for that, and we'll share that. and it just goes through like a little checklist of what you should bring. Don't bring too much. So Connie's asking, I like to pop the dog on the floor and let them shake, and that helps me see the bobs that I've missed. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. But there will be a comfort break. That's a good point for that. You can do that. Just obviously, just be careful. At the end of the day, you've got a dog on the floor, maybe that's not fully secured. So that is really, really important that your dog is fully secured. If it's your dog, then you can possibly, but you are in a different situation. So you've got security of your dog is very important.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
So Leslie, what as a judge in the beginner class?
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Well, I would look for, I think most importantly, it's shape. I think shape is more important than, finish is important. There's no point in getting an absolutely amazing finish if the shape isn't right. That's what I would say. I think I always look at the shape first. Finish, good balance, make sure everything's balanced. Like I said, put the dog on the floor if you can safely. Have a little look at it moving up and down, and just see if it looks good from sort of every angle. I say to my students, I know position setting, but I always say to them, if they exam, pretend you're me, go over the dog and look for any ends so that you find them before I find them, and always leave yourself 10 minutes at the end to go over and check anything, and pick up any ends that you might miss while you're working with the dog. And also timing is really important. Make a plan of what you're going to do, about how long you're going to spend on the dog. It's so easy to spend an hour on one leg, and then all of a sudden you realize you've got 3/4 of the dog to time left. So
time plans are really important, I think.
Yeah. So that's kind of that's the advice. And then what we look for: good shape, good balance, an excellent prep. Make sure your prep is brilliant as well. That's so important. If you haven't got good prep, then you're not gonna get good trim.
Spend the time on your prep, really important.
Yeah, because you want to spend on your prep before you start. So, just take the time.
Yeah. David, I'm just going to go backwards here. Bella, it's my first time. I'm a beginner, only been grooming a year in February. I can't find a cockapoo, so I'm having to bring a show cocker spaniel. Do I need to do a traditional trim on the day?
Well, if she's sorry, Leslie, I was interrupting you.
Sorry. It depends what class we're entering. What do you think?
She's going to be in the beginners. You're in the beginners, aren't you, Bella?
Yeah, Bella.
Yeah, I think she's in the beginners.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she's in the beginners. Well, in beginners, it's anything goes, really, doesn't it? If you're stripping the dog like you would as a breed standard for a cocker spaniel, or clip them. If you're going to clip it, you could end up moving up into workshop or something like that rather than gun dog and setter class. So, what about you?
I would just say that when we come and do our pre-judging, I would just mention if you're not going to do breed standard trim, I would just mention this is my plan today. Obviously, I know it's a cocker spaniel show type, but this is what I'm going to do. So if we have if we know that you're not trying to achieve that look, then
so you don't suddenly have a heart attack. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Flips the belly hair off. Yeah, it's very often, obviously, when you do the pre-judging, obviously the judge then will ask, is there anything I need to know? And that is the time for you to say anything, isn't it? About, I don't know, the dog's got an ear infection, the dog's had a broken dew claw, so it's a bit touchy on that leg, or it was a bit, I don't know, a bit off yesterday, so I'm just going to see how he is, or the owner's chopped a piece out here, whatever it is. That's the time to say, to tell the judge anything, or even if you just want to say, I'm really nervous, and the judge will talk to you and just give you 2 minutes. And I'll be in the ring as well and making sure you're all okay.
Definitely. So. I point out anything that I think like that. I've even pointed out before in a poodle class that I'm well aware that this dog's got no neck. you know, she had a really short neck for the breed. And I also am well aware that she's got east-west front, for instance. You know, anything that's quite in depth like that, I would also point out. So I would just say to them, look, I'm just going to give this dog the best haircut that I can possibly give it. I'm well aware that this dog's full of faults, but again, that's more in, you know, a poodle class than, you know, the beginner's class. But yeah, I used to go into loads of detail. I'd be like, right, here we go. Are you ready for this?
That's it. But it's all a friendly thing. It's not like super serious. Do you know what I mean?
No, we're trying to catch
the whole show's about being friendly.
Yeah,
When
definitely.
you get into open and champ, then that's a bit different, isn't it? When you get into champion classes, it's a bit different, but you're grooming for a different reason, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think competitions, it's all about learning and elevating your grooms that you can do in the salon as well. So,
as any beginners, I want them all to have a fun time. I don't want you to be sitting there stressed to hell. I want you and your dogs to have the best time.
Yeah.
And it's not about placing. Yes, it's all great if we all win a rosette, but you know, I really, really want you all to have the best fun time and the best experience for yourself. We don't want you to come back and go, oh, I can't do that again, I was scared. I want you to come back and go, really had a good time. I'm going to give it another go.
Definitely.
Place for that dog, and then get your feedback and understand it, and talk to the judges and talk to people, and just relax and just enjoy it. You know, it's not scary.
We're really friendly, so yeah,
we are friendly. Right, okay.
Have we missed any questions? Sorry, David, I was whittling.
It's all right. Yeah, so we moved. Normally, beginner classes are normally in the morning. Again, because we want it to be about beginners and getting people into it, we moved it to the afternoon. So you're able to come. You're not rocking up at 7 o'clock or 7:30, rushing into the ring. You're able to take your time on the morning, come, scope everywhere out, see what's going on, see how it goes down. And I think, so, you know, you've got that little bit of time there just to chill and relax and see. And then you realise, hey, it's all right, this. Well, I hope you will. We hope you will. So, what is... Right, somebody's asked...
That's a great idea, because they can also see a little bit about the setup as well, of how the morning people are...
Yes, because it can feel a little bit rushed in the morning sometimes.
I hate in the morning classes. I hated doing morning classes.
Well, it does always feel a little bit rushed, doesn't it? Because at the end of the day, we hire a room, we've got X amount of time, we have to fit everything in, we have to please everybody. From our perspective, David, we want everybody to be happy. Well, I know I do, and it's just like really, you know, juggling things, and it's really important that the beginning goes smooth. So,
2.5 hours. Somebody was asking. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, Leslie.
It's quite nice that they can see the other competitors in the morning.
Yeah,
that's it. That's really important, isn't it?
Yeah, the length of the class is 2.5 hours. Somebody was asking.
Yeah.
So that's all right. So when Leslie mentioned about writing a plan, so don't forget to include in your plan check-in time. Do you know what I mean? So don't run your plan the full 2.5 hours for grooming. Don't forget to add in 5 minutes here and there to go over your dog and things like that. So,
Definitely.
Where are we going on here?
Qualified in January and just took a leap to enter the competitions. Well done, Facebook user whose name I can't say. I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous. Only qualified in January and just took the leap to enter a competition. Good on you, girl. Or boy, sorry. Yeah. Shouldn't really say, should I? I can't see the name.
It's Lucy Helen, that is.
Lucy, right.
So the names come through. Anybody watching and commenting on YouTube, the names come through. But Facebook, it doesn't for some reason. What other classes have we got then? So Verity. Verity's doing doubles and Salon Creative and Asian in the morning with Julia. So
excellent.
You like that? And then
Salon
Leslie's got Pure Breed Scissor with Zoe.
Yes.
That's right.
Brilliant.
So that'll be good. That'll be good. Let's see who we've got. We haven't had a lot of entries so far, so people can start entering if they like. And so what are we doing for Crufts then? So you've got a big you have got a massive schedule, I think, haven't you, Verity?
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm all organised. I'm
We'll be
already
coming to see
packed.
you on Thursday
Yeah, come
on
see
the
me.
Summit stand, aren't you?
I am. So
Summit stand at 12 o'clock.
yeah, I'm here. Honestly, I'm here, there, and everywhere. Well, I'm hoping it's 12, but I'm filming. I'm a feature presenter for Channel 4 for the Crufts coverage.
Oh,
So
Excellent. Oh,
So I know I'm definitely filming on Thursday and also probably Saturday as well. So I'm hoping I'll be there at 12. But the thing is, it's kind of like they'll grab me when they grab me. But I think it'll be in the morning, so I should be there at 12. But in between all my other bits, I'm going to be on the Summit stand, which is Hall 5. I think it's 104.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
Yeah, so I'm going to be there. I've got my products. I'm bringing my products along. I'll be with Joanne and Zoe as well. So obviously,
What have you got?
so scissors, combs. It's a new brand that I've launched called The Coat. So
Right.
yeah, so we've got lots of
what day
Right,
was that?
Verity,
What day was that,
are you
sorry?
bringing some of them nail clippers that you did on that video?
No,
No.
sorry, I don't sell those.
Right, okay.
They're just a brand that I use from America.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
They're not cheap to get over.
What day was that? I missed the day. Sorry, David. I missed the day. What day was that, Verity?
So I'm going to be there every day.
But on the Summit stand.
I'll be on the Summit. Yeah, I've got a stand on the Summit stand. So every
Right,
day.
so you're gonna be-
in between other bits, because I'm working with Button Up Box on Saturday, and so I'm doing a talk with them at 10:30 and at 12:30. So grooming and also health and maintenance chats on their stand. I'm also working with Heineken on Sunday, so I'll be on the Heineken stand at 1:45. That's Hall 5, 74. Button Up Boxes in the main. It's on their big main stage. They're a big sponsor. I think they're Hall 3. And yeah, so in between that, I will be in Hall 5 on stand 104, or I'll be here, there, and everywhere. Catch me if you can.
Yeah, Bella has asked.
Have you got a stand this year, Leslie?
No, we haven't got a stand this year. Colin's where our stand used to be. So yeah, we're just chilling out this year. Me and
Oh,
Lauren.
right.
Yeah, we're going up. We're going Thursday and Friday, and we're going on Sunday, and we're going to stay for Beth show on Sunday.
Right, okay.
Excellent.
You're prepping dogs, aren't you? And trimming up some dogs,
Me?
you?
Me? Yeah, Bijan and a toy poodle. That's on the Thursday, and then on Friday I'm just gonna leisure it, and I'll be on the Summit stand drinking wine.
Well, we might come and join you.
I know if you ever need to put your feet up, honestly, it's always
Oh
the
yes,
place to go.
I know. Bella has asked if Verity is bringing the overalls.
Yes, I am. I've only got limited stock left though, and I also have a show offer. There is going to be discount on everything at Crufts, so come and check me out.
In the all-in-ones, Lottie wants them. So
yeah, they'll be there. I know Joanne and Zoe are going to curse me when they see how much stuff I've got to grow.
They won't mind.
I'll be like, oh, just a little corner.
After the stand has gone.
Yeah.
We've just entered Pure Breeds as a chat.
Oh yeah, that's Connie. Thank you, Connie.
Thank
Lovely,
you.
Connie. Oh, James Holbury's here as well. Hi, James.
Oh, cool. Is that evening? Is that James? Keith. Hi guys. Hi Keith.
Okay.
I'm hoping you're going to be there with your poodle. Definitely.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, well, I mean, you've got an easier journey, haven't you, Verity? But I know Leslie has got a bit of a drive on, haven't you, to come up north?
Yeah,
To
4.5 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, no, it's nice and easy for me. Thank you very much. I appreciate the
hop over the
location.
border,
Thank
don't
you.
you?
Normally everything's Birmingham way, so I'm pretty pleased.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 2 hours for me. Right, who's going to answer this one then? What's the best table for the comp? I still don't have one. Oh,
Well,
listen.
I would just say, just make sure that you have an adequate height table. It really, really makes me feel so sorry for you when I walk past and I can see you grooming down here because you've not got elephant feet on your table. So just make sure that, look after your back. Just make sure you raise your table height up. I think are they something you can get from like an orthopedic shop or?
Yeah.
And
They're not expensive, are they? About £10-15 elephant feet, yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
I think people like Mutneys will have them as well. Mutneys will have elephant feet.
Oh, okay,
Mutneys
great.
will have fold-down tables as well, won't they? Or fold-up tables.
They will have, yeah. So I always like to be able to. I sort of like. I mean, I'm only short, so I'm not too bad, but I do like to see on top of my dog a little bit as well, if I can, as well as being. It's got to be at that right height, hasn't it?
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you spend the whole time with like a crick's back. I'm quite tall, so my problem is always trying to find a table that's tall enough for me.
Yeah. And don't forget, if you
can do up there, and I'll do them.
I'll do the head. I'll do the head. You do the legs.
If you bring in a fold-up table or fold-down table, however, with elephant feet, and you do want it to be lowered or anything, remember we've got stewards. They'll come and hold your dog while you take your elephant feet and lower the table. You know what I mean? Yeah. So don't be afraid to ask anything. Right?
Can I pay the judges off?
Can you guess who has posted that? Hey, that's that rude Colin Taylor.
I'm going to say, is that the Colin Taylor?
Right, Colin. You can come and join us if you want. I've sent you a link to join us if you want, Colin. Keith does seem to have a busy time at the show there.
He is, yeah. 4 standards, 1 toy, showing 1 standard and toy for Crufts, and then Thursday.
Oh my god!
I might see you there on Thursday, Keith.
Come and say hi. Like a dead man walking, bless him.
Come and show the toy poodle I'm doing.
I know standards. Honestly, I used to be a self-proclaimed big dog person. So I started my journey in dogs. I actually started showing Dobermans.
Okay.
So before I even became a groomer. So I was always, little dog, not for me. Anyway, started being a groomer. Well, they just got smaller and smaller and smaller. And oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, now PG's like this big.
Yeah, I think hats off to any of these groomers that show and the standard the work that goes involved with all that. I tell you, honestly, if I got into showing, I'd have a hairless, have a Chinese crested or Zolo or something like that. I'd be so on it.
I say though, toys aren't.
Yeah, you're already. Yeah.
Toys, I find a min a lot easier to trim than a toy.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And I think it's well, I don't know about you, but I find that all like they're dancing on hot coals. I don't know any of them that really stands like a min or a standard stance. They're all just a bit fidgety, aren't they? And then it's just trying to miniaturize the groom. It's quite hard.
We've got a toy that stands like a little statue.
Oh, dream.
Yeah, he's a really good boy.
Yeah. I mean, my Gigi, she's a champion, but honestly, I could never use her in any demonstrations. You won't see her on any videos on my socials because she's just a nightmare. She's honestly a nightmare to trim.
Colin used to borrow my last poodle, Chicken. I don't know if you remember it.
I remember Chicken.
Yeah.
And oh my God, he was a nightmare. Colin still talks about him now.
What to trim? Nightmare to trim.
Sorry?
A nightmare to trim.
Oh, nightmare. Yeah. Absolutely. Table from like 8 weeks old. He's still a nightmare.
Yeah. Same with G.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just look at her and she's like.
Yeah. Colin borrowed my Poochon for the old dog grooming demo that he did, and he was swearing at me. What his problem was, I said he's just old. He likes to sit down. Just chill out. So, is anybody any questions for the actual judges themselves personally? Any questions or anybody on there that's sitting back, not wanting to write anything? Just say it. Sitting there.
Afterwards, if someone wants to message us, I'm always back to anyone.
Yeah, same, definitely.
Sorry, what was that, Leslie?
I said if anyone wants to, speak, ask a question, I'm always happy to, just send me a message on Facebook.
Yeah. Thank you. Right. What else have we got to talk about then? We've done the live. We've done the feedback table. We've talked about the comfort break. We've talked about the 3 categories. There's 11 weeks to go. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
11 weeks to go.
yeah.
11
entries
weeks today. Well,
Yeah, we tend to get a lot of it.
Here's a tip for somebody that's going to the competition. There's a tip that I learned was they should have 6 weeks growth on them, the dogs. So I always groom my dog 8 weeks beforehand, and then 2 weeks beforehand I'd prep it and just scissor it again. I can't. Yeah, so I'd do it, and then a week later I'd do it again just to make sure I've not missed any bits and pieces. And then you're just following your pattern, then, aren't you, when it comes to the 6 weeks later?
Yeah, that's a really good idea, because you can, that week afterwards, that's where you might make like the smallest tweaks that make such a big difference.
Yeah.
I like taking in about 14, 16 weeks.
Yeah, same. I always like to think I'm that person, to be honest, but then I'm always last minute Larry. My dog's got 3 months through.
Sometimes regret
Yeah.
it.
I have to say, though, it's much easier putting a better finish on a dog that's regularly trimmed, isn't it? Than one that you've been left to overgrow.
Going on to this, someone's just said, so it can have just 6 weeks, doesn't have to be 8. I think it would depend on your dog, obviously. Bear in mind that you might need to look at it and think it does need more hair on there. Don't make the mistake of taking too much off on the last trim that you want to do before the grooming competition. Don't make a mistake. If you're not sure, sort of leave it. Yeah.
Do you guys look at the amount of coat on the floor and look at the difference that has been made?
It sometimes can be a bit of a deciding factor.
It can make the difference between if you've got or you're good and you have one, you won't choose, but probably choose the one most.
Yeah. Because if you're like, oh, that's really good, but that's really good, and you're like, hang on, but she's cut a lot more off. But just don't fall into the gap of going stupid about time.
Sometimes it is the biggest transformation, isn't it? I also think that a thing that I see some people do, especially in the beginners class, is just suddenly going in the ring and then just being timid to take that hair off as well. So they end up just putting a finish on the overgrown coat rather than what they would actually do at home or in the salon. But feeling a bit more confident is really, chop into that hair and get that shape in. They end up just being a bit frozen. And then not taking as much off as they actually would do normally.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, that could be for the 5-minute mentor, the golden 5 minutes. That could be something that the mentor brings up, couldn't it?
Okay, mine's not been done in 12 weeks, just doing this soon. I've just done my Spoodle today, and I'm leaving him now until the
Whoa!
Yeah, but if that dog's quite short now and she wants to create length, then and she knows what she's doing, and create a little bit of shape and angulation, then that's not always a bad thing. It just depends on what you need to do to change that dog. And it's a bit like with the diamond in the rough class, David. Yeah. I'm just going to throw that one in there, because if you've got a dog that comes into your salon that's built like a limousine and it's normally, 7 short or something like that, and you want to grow it out to create leg to make that dog look better, so on and so forth, then you will need 12 weeks or so growth on that dog.
Yeah.
You're going to get rid of the body hair to create a better shape and so on and so forth. But you might need that leg hair to make that dog look better.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what you're doing.
What are your class sizes then?
We don't have a limit. We don't have a cap on our class. We only cap the sessions the morning and the afternoon. We will, however, we say that we don't cap it, but if there is a limit,
workshop.
Like 40 if you got up to 20, we would stop selling tickets for those classes.
Yeah, but there's always lower end classes. Very often the hand strips, the gun dogs, they tend to be the quieter classes, don't they?
Yeah.
But the idea is to get people interested in lots of all the different other classes as well, isn't it?
So I think like the beginners class as a whole, that's the 3 bits. I think that's going to be about 20 people in that group.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole group,
I also think the doubles, which obviously is something that's relatively new, I think that is a fantastic class, because if you work with somebody, you know how they work, and you may have never competed before, but you've got that comfort blanket of being with, you know, somebody and together.
Yeah.
Nervous, so the person to work with that.
Yeah. And we're getting it was good. Good. I like Clipperona class as well.
Yeah.
I've never been able to enter that. I think I'll enter one next time. So if that's something I do. I'm just a barber. I don't do anything fancy really.
Are there tickets still left? Who's asking? Are the tickets left? There's plenty of tickets left.
Who's asking? Yes. Yes, Joe. There are tickets left. So.
Yeah. There are. We tend to go a bit crazy after Crufts, don't we?
Yeah.
That's when a lot of our tickets tend to
Everybody's
start.
saving the penny for Crufts,
So don't hold back. There are seminar spaces still. We have still got spaces on the Nicola Bisani hand strip fireside. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. We've still got a couple of spaces there, haven't we, David?
Still a couple of spaces for the fireside with Nicola.
Yeah.
Probably the best hand stripping groomer in Italy, in Europe. Yeah. So anyway, he's a special groomer, is Nicola.
Yeah.
Yes, there are tickets still left. What else have we got to say? Plenty of stands. We've sold some more stands this week, so that's good. Verity, you're coming with your bits and pieces, aren't you?
I am. I'll be there everywhere judging.
Are you going to bring some Demlex to put on Colin's stand, Leslie?
Demlex, if anyone wants any. Well, I'll bring some anyway.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Good.
Fantastic stuff, that Demlex.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is. There's all you don't. Yeah. Anyway, I won't talk about that.
What were you going to say?
When I first started, I mean, I've only been grooming 10 years, but Demlex was there and it stood out by itself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As this wonderful spray. There's so many other sprays. There is not a lot of sprays that touch Demlex, to be fair.
I don't think I've come across anything that is as good.
Yeah.
So many out there now that you know, we just don't. It doesn't justify us having a trade stand really anymore.
Yeah.
There's so many shows, and also there's so many other products that people can choose from. And I probably don't promote it as much as I should either.
Yeah. Yeah, it is good. It is
a good product, yeah. I've always got some in. I like a bit of a mixture sometimes, me, you know, and I don't mean like, well, try this, I'll try that. Sometimes you find with certain coats that that product works better on that dog, and I'll make a note on the dog's record card. I go, use that product this time, you know, whatever it is, whatever spray or product it is. I always tend to write, I've used that this time, and it was some dogs get a bit greasy, or you know, from certain products or whatever it is. And I just tend to make a note, and I think, right, yeah, that worked really well.
Gallons in our salon, absolutely. We get a litre every 3 weeks, I reckon. I use it on almost every dog. I can just feel straight, not in the coat, and it's like, doesn't feel right to me. It's got to have Demelex in the coat.
That's it. For hand strip, is doing a board okay, or should it be more technical?
What's that one?
It's Keith asking, for hand stripping, is doing a border terrier okay, or should it be more technical?
Well, it depends on what you're entering. For me, if you're entering beginner or any of those classes, or you're entering workshop open, and you're just starting down. Sorry,
I've seen loads of borders in like open hand strip.
Yeah. I think it's where you start. It's where you're starting. Is if you're starting, there's nothing wrong with a border terrier to do hand strip. When you're going up into champ, I think they're looking for. It's more technical if you're hand stripping a fox terrier or a Lakey or an Airedale or something like that. There's a bit more to just ripping the coat out and getting the shape on. So, but I don't think a border terrier is wrong to be starting.
I've seen loads of border terriers in open hand strip on the podium.
Yeah.
You can do a really absolutely smashing job on a border.
Yeah.
So.
I love it.
Cool.
What else have we got on there? Anything on there?
I feel like we tick most of the boxes.
Yeah, we've done. We're about done, aren't we? So our next live is on 17th of March.
What's that on now, David?
We're going to see if we can get some trade stands coming in and give us a rundown on what they've got to offer us and some sponsors. That's what a general chit chat.
Special
They've got
offers.
special
I
offers.
like special offers.
What happened at Crufts, no doubt.
Yeah.
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 So that's
All
it.
kind of fun things like that.
Right. If that's it, no more questions, we'll say cheerio. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Verity.
Pleasure.
Thank you very
We'll
much.
see you in the
Thank
week
you.
at Crufts somewhere.
Yeah, see you.
Verity running around like a headless chicken, no doubt. And
I've
Leslie,
got
you
loads
just seem to glide along. Wherever you go, serenity.
You guys, get your tickets booked.
Thank you. Bye.